and Talk podcast with Veronica Nicole. And today we'll be taking a second to speak to Texaco, Big Texaco, my bad. To say, he just added that on not too long ago, so I got to get used to that. So we'll be talking to Big Texaco about his music, about his merchandise, and how the two come together, and what made him say, let me transition and do both, and grow and become an entrepreneur. So right now I'm going to introduce y'all to Big Texaco. So first question, what's going on? How you been? What's been going on?
I've been cooling, man. Just been taking care of my mental aspect of life. Mm-hmm. Sitting back, getting everything together, getting ready for the holidays.
I see you done went into overdrive with your merchandise, but before we get into that, what made you put the big on Texaco? Because it was always Big Texaco.
Nah, one of my little homies started calling me that.
And so you just
started calling me Big Texaco. I called him Big Duffel. So after that one day, I was just like, let me see what I'm gonna go with on my next tape. I put it in my IG stories, like on the poll. I had Big Texaco, and I forgot what the other mixtape was. So I'm like, let me see which one the people rocking with. The people rocking with Big Texaco, so I need to take that. And then, everybody started calling me Big Texaco,
so that's the name you gonna go by from here on out? Or
it's still Texaco, man.
So
that's just one.
I feel you on that. So how long you been doing this music?
I've been doing music a while, on and off since like middle school.
At what point you said, I'm gonna get serious about it, because you don't play about your music, and you let everybody know that. So you don't play about your craft, and so.
I had did a little time, so like when I did the time, I was sitting down thinking like, I gotta take a different route in life, and this was something else I was good at. So I'm like, let me try this one more time, but let me put my full focus into it. Plus I was older, so I was more wiser with it. I knew like. So what to do with it now.
Basically, being away opened up your eyes.
Yeah.
To what is that like when you locked away? How long you was gone for?
13.
And then you come back out, and everything else is different. So how do you change how do your music grow with the time from when you was gone?
You just gotta like adapt. At first it ain't gonna click, cause it ain't click at first. I was uploading it and all, people making little jokes and stuff. I was trying to record it myself, but you just gotta keep working. It's like anything, but like you ain't gonna get it the first time.
Right.
Just keep working, and you're gonna get better every time.
Yeah, cause your music and your clothing and your merch, it really goes hand in hand. Like, how did you come up with the design? Like, what made you start saying, you know what, I'm gonna do my own design, I'm gonna come up with my own merch? And it's like basically you a whole team by yourself. How did you put that all together? What made you want to put it all together?
One day I was cause I used to pay for graphic design and stuff, and one day I felt like the graphic designer just gave me whatever, and I used to do it back in like high school, play on the computer and stuff. So I was like, let me try it again, like just like I did with the music. So dog introduced me to Photoshop, cause I didn't know about Photoshop at first.
Right.
He introduced me to Photoshop, then I just went to studying, and I learned how to, get right. Then the designs come from your own creativity. A person can show you A to Z. If you ain't got the creativity, it ain't gonna pop like that.
Right.
So the designs, they just be coming to my head sometimes. Sometimes I relate it off the music, like a certain song or a certain catchphrase.
Okay.
And I can keep it going like that.
What was the push behind saying, okay, I dropped Big Texaco, but now I'm about to do the merch? Because you had an event called the Big Experiment. How did that come about?
Yeah, the Big Experience, it was like the merch release, and I also did like a little showcase with it, with like the features of the tape and a few more artists I fuck with. But I just put it all together to try to bring everything under one umbrella, cause like, say for instance, I got people that like the music, but they probably don't like the merch. But then I got new people that like the merch, but they ain't even know about the music. So the merch will introduce them to the music. Like it goes hand in hand. So I'm just trying to be in multiple rooms at one time.
That's very smart too, because it all goes together. But what keeps you motivated to say, you know what, let me keep doing the music? Because it sometimes it can be like, you know what, this is not what it is, and you could.
A lot of times it be like that.
How do you stay? You know what? Let me keep going. Forget the naysayers. Forget what people saying.
It just be like sometimes where I really be in the moods and deep in the mood, and you'll just get a random supporter just hit you up like, yeah, bro, keep working, and then it'll remind you that you ain't just doing it for you.
Right.
And then you'll look at your kids and be like, everything for a reason, you feel me? So I just put in work on everything I do.
So is there, every up and coming artist has somebody they would sign with, a label they would sign with, and they have contracts they would want to have. Like, do you have a certain label like you would want to sign with?
A certain label?
Like, do you have a favorite? Like, you got Cash Money, you got whatever, you got everybody, you got every label.
My favorite would probably be Rock Nation.
And what would be the what would you want in your contract? Because sometimes that first contract, it mess up a lot of people down the line. Like, when you get that big money, you happy, and then when it's time for them to get their money back,
they be playing with the money. That's why.
So in your I come to you right now and say, I got a contract. What do that contract have to have in it?
Not only do it have to have a bag, but it gotta have like it gotta make sense.
Right.
Because a lot of contracts be having the right of money for people, but the words don't make sense.
Right. Right.
So long as the numbers and the words match and it pushes behind what I got going, and it ain't trying to stop what I'm doing and push me into what you're trying to do, then we could work.
How would you?
Other than that, I like the independent route because like I can move on my speed, I can move on my thoughts.
You got more freedom too.
Yeah, more freedom.
And what I learned from contracts, sometimes they can eat off of your merchandise too. And with you create every single thing.
So how you gonna tell me?
You gotta give me.
I like how you did that. Now let's bust it down like that.
Yeah. And all this is your work and your creation. So like in your contract, that was something that can't be in there at all. Or
I mean,
would you bend a little?
I was just gonna say the numbers gotta make sense because at the same time, both hands is washing the face. Because yeah, I'm bringing you new designs and new merch, but you probably helping me push it to a whole crowd that I wasn't reaching at one point. So long as the distribution come in, and then it could be a way we both can eat. Because I ain't greedy. I ain't trying to take everything. I know it take a team to do everything. But like I said, as long as you ain't coming and trying to
take
change everything and
change it. With building your team, what's something you look for? Because like with me, when I was getting ready to start the podcast, I wanted somebody I could trust, but I also wanted somebody that know how passionate I am about this. So now it's time to build a team, because I'm pretty sure you can't handle all this the bigger you're getting by yourself. So as you're looking to put people to build a team, what are you looking for?
For one, you gotta look for people that got the same passion for it as you. Like, they gotta want it just as much as you want it. Then you gotta look for like team players at the same time.
Right.
Because like a lot of people might want it as you want it, but they might want it before you.
Right.
Or
you might get it, and then they want what you got.
Not realizing we all on the same team. You feel me? So that's what I look in for people. I don't really look for a team.
Right.
I feel like at this point it's gonna come. Like, I'm gonna let it form on its own. But like starting out, if you're looking for a team, just make sure they as passionate as you about it.
You think you gonna always stay independent, or you how it go is how it go? But
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm like the currency of this shit. Like,
you laid back.
Be laid back doing my thing, just getting my cheese. You feel me?
Do you feel they like, if you had to describe your music, how would you describe it? Like, what's your flow? Like, you know, you have a laid back flow, maybe a whiz flow. Like, what's the motivation and drive behind your music?
The grind.
Yeah.
I just try to, when I make a song, I try to get you to motivated to get up and get to it. If no matter which way it is. Yeah, I might say this how I'm getting to it, but you might be listening to it like, okay, he doing it. Let me get right with what I got going on. You feel me?
When it's time to tap in, like a lot of rappers, they have a lot of rap songs and stuff, but it's time to make a soft song with like for females. How far? What do you go in your mind and say it's time to tap in? Because you used to writing boom, 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 and now it's time to write a record for the ladies. How do you get there?
When I'm in a project mode and I go to break it down, my styles of songs I'm gonna push out, I know the ladies always need one. But I always give the ladies two. I give them one in the trap mode, and then I give them one like
It's a
R&B
little-
style.
yeah.
But like it's a little harder, but it's just the same thing. You just gotta be you.
Yeah.
Everybody got emotions. So
That's exactly
you can't
what it
say,
is.
oh no, I can't write that kind of song. Nah, you don't want to express your emotions.
Right. You definitely gotta go. You tap into another
Yeah,
side
you
because
gotta go on that other side.
yeah, you don't want to hear about chopper bang bang all day long, not down. Yeah, it's just some things you don't want to hear. But it sells. But sometimes you do gotta say, hey, ladies, listen to me. Ladies, understand me. So what's the next step for you? Where you want to take this next? Now you drop Big Texaco, you drop your merch. What's next?
I'm just trying to keep it going. I got a new project. I got it in the back of my pocket, but I ain't gonna drop it just yet. I'm still keeping the merch going. I got new merch coming.
When you collabing and you're in the studio and you say, how do you know who sound good on that song? Like, how do you pick? How do you pick your collabs? Because like sometimes you could be friends with somebody that's really good, but your sound and they sound, it won't collab together. So how do you pick them?
For me, I just base it off chemistry a little bit, but I also got to listen to you too.
Right.
So if I listen to you, then I know, okay, bruh sound good on this one, or sister sound good on this one. You feel me? But just us meeting and us getting in there, that'll be hard because there ain't no chemistry there.
I feel you on that one. So tell the people, how can they find you? What can they reach you at? Your social media outlets, everything.
I mean, on Google, you can put in Texaco MILLZ and everything will pop up. TEXACO MILLZ. But Instagram _Big Texaco.
Yeah, because you got 50 million social media. You can
I was
find.
just gonna say.
Tell me, what's your Instagram?
Instagram for me _Big Texaco.
What's your Facebook?
Texaco MILLZ.
What's your Twitter?
Twitter Big Texaco.
And that's how you can find Big Texaco. And I want to tell you, thank you for stopping by Urban Talk Podcast.
Alright, bro,
and I appreciate you.
Always, anytime.